being present is admittingly really difficult to do. Have you found it difficult to do? I have. And I had some kind of ahas and some, I don't know, different ways of looking at or interacting with being present. What I'm going to use is the metaphor, the analogy of the ocean and the wave being the individual self, the ocean, but it's really part of the ocean, but the wave doesn't know it. The wave being the ego self. Anyway, I think it's, first of all, when somebody says you got to be present, you got to get present, be present in your life, be in the present moment. To me, whenever I try doing that, first of all, there's an I trying to be present, and right there you've already lost the game. The ego is trying to be present, and I realized that when I was trying to be present, I wasn't really present. I was in the mind thinking, okay, now I'm going to be present. Here I am walking, doing the dishes. That's not being present. And we've all done it. And what I noticed recently is in trying to be present or being present, I noticed that the body tenses up. This you got to be present is a very hard, it's hard. It feels hard. It feels like it's full of tension. Yeah. And so I think it's better to say, let's be presence. Let's be presence. It has a softer feel to it. But anyway, going back to this feeling a tension in the body, and then we're thinking, oh, we got to be present. Here I am being present. We're all up here, and we're so far from being present or what presence is about that you might as well just give up trying to be present. Stop being a present. Stop being a box. That's what it feels like. When somebody says you got to be present, you got to live in the now, be present, I feel like it's putting me in a box, and the ego has taken hold of it, and created a concept and wrapped it up in a nice bow. And it's a nice little present for the ego to play with, but you're simply not really present. So how do we become presence? Well, I really am getting into this ocean and wave feeling, this whole watery feeling. And just still the wave. So my analogy, I don't know if analogy is the right word, but so I got this like visual that our ego and our ego, which holds the body in such tension, is kind of like, a pot of water that you're trying to carry, boiling water or a bowl of water you're trying to carry. And it's very rigid, and it's trying to hold the ocean in its place. But with all the thoughts and the concepts and the resistance of the body, it doesn't, I didn't think this through. But what happens is, instead of, the ego is trying to contain pure beingness. The ego is trying to contain the ocean in this structured pot. And all it's doing with all of its thoughts and its emotions and concepts and rigid walls is creating waves. It's creating the I, the me, blah, 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 blah. And so when the ego is trying to be present, the body tightens up, and it's like that pot, it just is creating more waves. And so what I realize is, just like the video I did on meditation, just relax. It's the same thing for being presence. You simply just have to relax. Let go of the pot. So it still the wave. Become that still lake in everything that you do. I mean, it's easier said than done. And when you're doing activities, it's a little bit difficult to still the wave, to really kind of get there at first. But what creates presence is simply letting go, loosening your body. You're being presence. And it's almost like letting go, relaxing your body, and you suddenly start doing things a little bit slower. Your muscles relax, and it's like you're beginning to merge now back into the ocean. Now that's presence. Yeah? So maybe don't try to be present, because that just, it's a concept and the ego is going to take hold of it, and you're in this pot and you're trying to still the waves, but you're in the pot. Be presence and just let go of the pot. And just relax your body, and just totally relax. Your body will just loosen up, and suddenly you'll be in the flow. And take this whole idea of stilling the wave, like whenever thoughts come up, thought, then picture, oh no, I'm holding onto that pot and waves are splashing around, and I have no access to the ocean, to pure being. So I better just settle down. We all know how to settle down. When you're actually literally carrying a pot of water, maybe hot water, you know how to be presence, right? You're very attentive to what you're doing. Maybe you are tense, but you're very attentive. And that's what presence is all about: attention and relaxedness. Relaxation of the body. So try that. See if you feel a little bit more presence by just simply relaxing your body. Remember to still that wave. Become part of the world around you. You'll slide right into the ocean and pure being. And what a great present that is. A gift from the universe to you. Until next time.